Hi everybody. Um, just in an update because I've just got back from a trip to the Great Wall, which was amazing. Um, we had, we've got 2 days off. Today's Monday. We've got Monday and Tuesday off. We had to get to class on Saturday. That's all right. And we got picked up 8 a.m. yesterday morning, Sunday morning, by a guy, like a minivan, loads of bikes in the back and stuff like that. We got driven about an hour and a half out of Beijing, and he dropped us off, gave us the bikes, and we biked 26 kilometers to this kind of not really a hotel, but kind of, let's just call it a hotel, like guest rooms sort of thing. It just about killed me. And not only is my bum bruised from the seat, um, it was just such hard work. And the thing is, it was like the flat was okay, but as soon as you started going up the tiniest hill, you could tell straight away. And it got to one point where basically we went up a lot of mini hills, and flat, mini hill, flat, mini hill, flat. And eventually we got to the top of this hill, which I had to walk to with the bike. We got to the top of this hill, and it was just like free falling almost. It was like you had a whole valley. You were like right up the top of one of these huge, not a mountain, but a really, really, really big hill. And you could just go straight down on the bike. And it was about, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes. Didn't even touch the pedals. You just kept going. It was amazing. Um, and by the time we were getting closer and closer and closer to the place where we were supposed to be, because we had directions, but the guy, we had a really good tour guide. Basically, he would go to the next junction where we needed to turn and wait for us and tell us, right, don't go down there, go down this way. So he would wait for us at the end, and we kept passing him and like, where is this place? How far is it? And the funny thing is as well, because we were so far out in the middle of nowhere, I'll put some pictures on Facebook. People have got to check it out. We were so far in the middle of nowhere. It's just total Chinese. There was hardly any foreigners unless they were going past on bikes. So all the Chinese people are that excited to see us. So basically, they're all like, "Jiao, jiao," which means like, go on, do your best, go for it, sort of thing. It was really good. So we eventually got there, I think maybe half 12. So we were biking from about 10. So yeah, about 2.5 hours of biking. Um, and we had some amazing food at lunch. It was just the best. I was so happy after lunch because we'd biked all that way, pretty much killed ourselves, and then had the most amazing, real Chinese food. Um, and I was just so happy after that. We got to sit down as well. So we checked into the rooms, and then everybody fell asleep. We had a guest room. From our window. You could see the Great Wall, like just right there. Um, we were so close. We didn't even walk 10 minutes to get to the Great Wall. But we were so tired after biking all that way. We didn't sleep very well the night before, anything. So we all fell asleep for about an hour, collapsed on this big bed which can sleep like 6 people. Um, and the bed was really weird because it was a huge platform. It looked like a big table or something like a bath. I don't know. Um, and it was solid. It was literally just concrete. We got loads of covers and tried to like snuggle up on them to make it more comfy. We all fell asleep. And oh yeah, that's sorry, I'm a bit muddled. The bed at night, there's a little like hatch outside underneath the window, which the bed's pushed up. Well, the bed's part of. And in the hatch, they put hot coals, so they heat your bed for you. So because it's freezing there at night, so when you go to bed, underneath your bed is warm. It was so lovely. Um, but we fell asleep, got back up about 3:30, and started getting ready. Made our way to the Great Wall, which was really bloody dangerous. It's like a death trap up there. And we were just so struggling to get anywhere. The guys were alright, but me and Emma especially, we were just like, we don't want to do this anymore. We just want to just sit down. We walked so far on the wall. We got so far that we probably couldn't have gone any further because we looked at the other side from where we were, and it was chunks taken out of it that you wouldn't even be able to step off the wall onto the ground. There was just whole chunks of it missing, and then a little bit further past that, going back up the other side of the mountain, there was it was grass. There was basically, it looked like nobody had ever walked on it. It was just all overgrown and everything. And the guys really wanted to go down there, but me and Emma said, we'll stay here and watch you, and then you can come back and we can go down together. But we eventually decided to go to the top of this peak that we were going to. But we got halfway up, and it was just, there was chunks of the paving missing. It was so steep. I was panicking about how I was going to get back down, because obviously going up you can climb up, but going back down, how are you supposed to get back? At one point I had to like crab walk down it, but anyway, we tried to get back up there and we couldn't, so we came back down and went up onto this like lookout post kind of thing, where there's a ladder. Went up the ladder and sat on the roof of this lookout post, and it was amazing. We had beer, so we cracked open some beer. Somebody put on some music, and we just sat there and watched the sunset on the Great Wall, and it was, I have no words. It was just so amazing. It was like the best end to a day, but it was just the best day. It was unbelievable. So you've got to look at the pictures on Facebook. I love some of the pictures that we took yesterday. And then we climbed back down when it was pretty much dark, which was really hard, and going back again was really difficult. We went and had some more gorgeous dinner, and then went back to the room and just like had a bit of drink and played some drinking games and stuff. We didn't go to bed too late. Got up this morning and had breakfast at 9, and then set off. We were supposed to bike for 3.5 hours to get to the Ming Tombs, and I was like, can't do it, no way. And everyone else was pretty much just as dead as me, so we asked the guy if he could take us there, and he said, well, if I take you so far, do you want to get out and bike? We were like, okay, we could bike for 20 minutes, half an hour, no problem. He took us to the very top of a mountain, big hill mountain thing, dropped us off. He was going to meet us at the Ming Tombs, but he was like, you want to bike for a little bit because it's so beautiful. Dropped us off, and pretty much it was just straight down the whole way to the Ming Tombs. It was half an hour of just gliding on the bike. It was so cool, and you're in the middle of like a valley with all these mountains around you, and donkeys pulling carriages, and it was just, oh, I can't even explain it. I wish like so many people could have been there to see it. So we had an amazing bike ride. It was just long enough. Arrived at the Ming Tombs and went in to see them, which was really weird because I thought it was a big tomb, but it was like a mini museum, and yeah, it was really strange. I can't even describe it. I thought we were going to get there. There's going to be loads of tombs and stuff to see and things to do. There's like one really big room with loads of artifacts from the Ming Dynasty, saying lots about the different emperors. There's a huge statue of one of them, which people like pray to and give money to, which I thought was really strange. They've got all these like jade artifacts and silver ones and maps that have been translated and all this sort of stuff. So that was really interesting. That was pretty much all that was there. A few buildings and like a mini museum. So that was a bit strange, but it was interesting, and it was on the way back, so that was fine. Jumped back in the car after that. Went to have lunch with the tour guide, and then he brought us home. So we literally just got home, and part of the reason why I'm doing this update, because I don't have any internet in my room at the moment. They messed around with the system, which worked fine. I don't have any internet at the moment, so I thought I can do this while I'm waiting for a shower, and then I'm going to go to a cafe. It's a cafe downstairs in the other building. Go to a cafe and upload this so everybody can see it. Apart from that, I can't really think of it. I'm too dazed by the last 2 days' activities to think of anything that happened before, and nothing was as exciting as that. So that was most of the stuff that I have to say. I don't know really. I think that's mostly everything. But I think tomorrow, oh yeah, tomorrow, so like I said, tomorrow's Tuesday, we've still got that day off. If the weather's like it is today, because it was amazing, then we're going to go to the Summer Palace, maybe take some beers, take a picnic, go to the Summer Palace. Because I was quite pleased about this weekend, basically. We thought it was going to be bad weather, and especially on sort of Wednesday, Thursday, it was raining, which I hadn't seen any rain in the 6 weeks that I've been here, not a single drop. So we were kind of worrying a bit because the forecast said it wasn't going to be so great, and everyone else that we know was going somewhere else. Like some people were going to Mongolia, some people were going to Xi'an, which is where the Terracotta Army is. So what we decided to do was try and get train tickets for Xi'an. And when we went to go and fetch them Wednesday or Thursday, basically there was none left apart from standing tickets. And the train to Xi'an takes 12 hours there and 14 hours back. And there's no way that we were going to stand for that long on a train. So we decided to leave it. We double checked the forecast for Beijing, around about Beijing, and the weather was supposed to be okay. So we said, well, look, we've already arranged it. Let's just go to the Great Wall. And I tell you what, we could not have picked better weather. It was so sunny. I'm even sunburned. I don't think you'll be able to see it. I'm slightly red on my hands, and my back is sunburned. It was so sunny, so gorgeous. But the thing is, there was still a breeze. Because obviously, when we were biking 26 kilometers in like not baking sun, but strong sunshine, we really needed something to just kind of cool us down a bit. So it was such a good combination, and to be able to hike up the Great Wall and see the sunset and completely clear sky, it was just incredible. So we were really pleased that we actually stuck with the plan and went there. So yeah, if tomorrow's still nice weather, then it'll be the Summer Palace. So we'll get lots done. And then at the end of April, we've got a week off. So we're trying to make some big plans for that, because that's pretty much the only big long period of time we've got off. These 2 holidays are pretty much it. That's it. Apart until June, July. So it'll be nice to make the most of it and go somewhere. And I don't really care about how much it's costing, because like the trip for the Great Wall cost 690 yen, which, from what I've explained, like the guy picking us up, staying with us the whole time, it included lunch, dinner, breakfast, lunch in that order, and it included a room for the night. We had 2 rooms. The girls had 1 room and the boys had another room. So 2 rooms for 1 night, and like our own private tour guide, £69. It's just not even possible. So I don't really care. I don't have that much money left at the moment, because in relation to England, it's ridiculously cheap, and it's just too much of a good opportunity to waste. So I'm going to stop babbling, and I'm wondering whether it's time to have a shower yet. No, not hot water yet. So I'll do another update this week sometime. I need to get back to class and start sorting my stuff out better. And yeah, I'll wait till the next update and see what I've got to tell you. Nothing as exciting as this one, I don't think, unfortunately. So, but I hope you enjoyed it, and like I said, keep an eye out for the pictures on Facebook. Bye!